think I'm going to start off with our usual introduction this time. Buffett bought gold? Are you kidding me? Let me play a quick clip for you guys.
I would say this about gold. If you took all of the gold in the world, it would roughly make a cube 67 feet on a side. So if you took all the gold in the world, we could have a cube that went down there 67 feet, 67 feet high, and that would be the whole thing. Now, for that same cube of gold, it would be worth at today's market prices about $7 trillion. That's probably about a third of the value of all the stocks in the United States. So you could have a choice of owning a third of all the stocks in the United States, or you could have a choice of owning that little block of gold, which can't do anything but kind of shine there and make you feel like Midas or Croesus or something of the sort. Now, for $7 trillion, there are roughly 1 billion acres of farmland in the United States. They're valued at about $2.5 trillion. It's about half the continental United States is farmland. You could have all of the farmland in the United States. You could have about 7 Exxon Mobils, and you could have $1 trillion of walking around money. And if you offered me the choice of looking at some 67-foot cube of gold and looking at it all day, you know, maybe touching it, and fondling it occasionally, you know, and then saying, you know, do something for me, and it says, I don't do anything, I just stand here and look pretty. And the alternative to that was to have all the farmland in the country, everything, cotton, corn, soybeans, 7 Exxon Mobils, just think of that, add $1 trillion of walking around money. You know, maybe call me crazy, but I'll take the farmland and the Exxon Mobils.
Buffett always maintained an anti-gold position, and this is just one of several clips I could find that pointed to that fact. So what's changed? Let me start off by saying that Buffett initially was one of the investors who influenced me the most, and his mentor's book, The Intelligent Investor, really shaped my investing philosophy. My first flop channel was even named after the book. So what's changed in Buffett's philosophy? Maybe nothing. His major quote, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful," is advice I've seen work time and time again in the market. The market feeds off of emotion, and with all of the panic going on right now, I could see people flocking to a safe hedge against inflation, such as gold, and maybe Warren can too. So what should you do as an investor? Well, first of all, don't go out and buy the same exact stock Buffett did just because he bought it. Not doing your own research and just doing what someone else does is exactly how you lose money. And Buffett isn't right every time. Like when he said he would never sell out of airlines and then sold out of all of his major stakes, which almost caused a couple of airline companies to go bankrupt. The Buffett effect is a real thing, and after he bought into Barrick Gold, it shot prices up 12% just because a big-name investor got into the company. And that's great and all, but if he decides to sell, it could go down even more, and you could just end up losing big. My advice to you is to research for yourself why buying or not buying gold is a viable solution, and act on what your research tells you, not some billionaire and not some investor on YouTube with 37 subscribers. That being said, if you enjoyed today's video, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps out the channel immensely.